And mentioning the 3B arc with Styles, I think for a lot of people that was a huge moment that they are still obsessed with based on the fan reaction. And I'm curious, for you guys, I mean, what are some of your favorite moments from the show? Does anything jump out as something that was either super cool to film or just something, not to say you sit at home and watch your own show, but,
I do.
The set designs are incredible on the show, and I'm always commenting when we're actually filming them, but ironically, my favorite scene is all the White Room stuff. That was not CGI, it was like actually that big, it was incredible. And the playing Go with the new Gitsune, seeing the two of them, Aaron and who plays the new Gitsune, and I mean, having to go in and audition, which, auditioning sucks, and the guy comes in, Aaron comes in, and you get the audition based on a walk and a growl. Like, you don't really see his face, you don't get to see his eyes. And I thought he was incredible, and then he and Dylan played together, like, amazing. I loved it.
Thanks, Hall.
Yeah.
She almost swore.
So close.
But she stopped it. That's.
Ha ha.
I thought you were about to say phenomenal.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say that.
I thought she was
right,
gonna
ladies and gentlemen. Phenomenal with a PH. Phenomenally.
Phenomenal.
Friend's joke, okay.
Missed it.
favorite moments?
It always has to be the pilot for me, I guess, just because that's where it all started, and it's such a trip to think back to. We were 18 when we did it, and so much just for me too, it was like the first time being on a set and doing something, it was just like crazy. It's kind of a blur, but like really vivid at the same time. Like I do remember so much from it, but at the same time, I'm just like, I was a completely different person in mind on set, It's just so interesting. I was such a kid and I was so new to acting at all. It was like I was blacking out all the time, the whole time, but also retaining it. Yeah, it's just really weird.
I think you did black out when we hung you upside down, right?
Yep, yes I did. Yes I did. Because again, it's like first time on a set, I'm just like game to do whatever, Like let's do it. Yeah, let's go. You good? I'm fine. Let's go. And then I started like passing out. And that was good training, because you have to do that stuff sometimes as an actor.
Jeff, if you were just to give a percentage, how many of your actors have you almost killed over the last 5 years?
All of them.
At some point or another.
Killed? I don't know.
Well, we try not to put them in dangerous situations.
Joe, I mean, I'm going to continue asking the actors, but for you, I mean, you've written almost all of these moments. What are some of your favorite moments on Teen Wolf?
I can't take credit for all of them, but actually,
you write every word that's on the show.
Some of my favorite moments have been just the comedy scenes. I love. I'll tell you one of my favorite moments that I had to do in a rewrite that wasn't there. It wasn't there in the first draft, and I was feeling like the scene didn't quite have the emotional punch I wanted it to have. It was the hug at the MRI. You guys remember that?
I was going to say the same thing.
Because we had talked in the writer's room, there needs to be a moment where Scott says to Styles, if this doesn't work, I'll take care of it. I'll give you the bite. And we tried it in the previous episode, and we were thinking maybe it would come down in the later episode, and I'm sitting there with the production draft trying to fix this moment and thinking, no, he should say it right here. And the way they played it on screen, that turned out to be one of my favorite moments of that season. And partially because it's the show is very much about friendship. There's romance in the show, there's comedy, but when it comes down to it, what I like about the romances too is they start as friendships. And that Lydia and Styles, who knows where their relationship will ever go, but we know that they make great friends as well. And I love the friendship between Scott and Styles. That's one of the most joyful things for me to write and see be made by these actors on screen. Because in high school, as some young writers are, I was a very lonely kid. And that was the friendship I wished I had had for myself.
Tyler, you said you were going to pick that moment as well?
I was, yeah. Anything with me and Dill, I agree, the pilot, but like the emotional, well, yeah, I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Yeah. Anything that we have to go pee really bad.
Dude,
okay, then please go. I do not want you to.
Do we have time?
Yes,
I'll be
go.
I'm gonna answer.
I didn't realize this was like, like got to the point of injury for you.
You're good. You're run. Run.
It's amazing the freedom we have on this show. Here and if you
After I answer my
just
question, I'm going to do the same thing. I think. I really have to go pee too.
We can,
Anything with Dill emotional stuff is he and I are so there for each other. Like when we were doing the motel scene, after every take, we would literally just hug each other, and that kind of stuff just really sticks out to me. You know, he and I have this a bond I've never had with anyone who's not my family before. You know, and it holds true every day. Every time we're on set with each other, you know, we're really there for one another. And anytime I do anything emotional with him, it's huge, man. It's impactful.
I love
it. It leaves its mark.
Nice. You know. Crystal, I would love to ask you the same question. I mean, favorite moments from your time?
I think I have to, agree about the pilot as something I'll never, ever forget. But, I was thinking about this the other day, and the scene at the end of season 1 with Ian and Jill when he kills my aunt. Ian was so there for me, and it was so amazing. And I remember being on set. It's difficult because for those of you who don't know, you film one thing and then you turn around and you film another thing, and oftentimes the other actor doesn't really give you anything to work off of. Well, sometimes they don't. And Ian was just there for me every second of the way, and oftentimes he was just performing this amazing thing, and it was so easy for me to connect to my aunt dying, and it was such an emotional moment for me, and I feel like for that scene,
That was impressive. That was good.
fast.
And I feel like that was such a great moment for me, and I love him. I caught the end of the last season, and he's such a good villain.
Yeah.
He's always surprises me with his delivery, so I think that might have to be it.
Absolutely.